We're really excited to be working with Freetrade, who've sponsored this video.
Freetrade believes in commission-free investing for everyone. This means you won't pay any commission when investing your spare cash.
While other brokers charge up to £12 per trade, Freetrade doesn't, so you can keep more of your money. And where they do charge, like on FX, it's fair and transparent.
The design of the app makes it simple and easy to use, which is great for any experience level. From beginners starting to educate themselves on the benefits of investing to experts already in the know.
You can start investing from just £2, and they offer these things called fractional stocks. This basically means you can buy a small piece of expensive US companies like Google, Tesla and Apple.
With over 700,000 investors on board and having won the best online trading platform at the British Bank Awards 5 years running, they're an investment platform you can trust.
Now for the best bit. If you create and fund your account with just £50 using our link, you will get a free share worth between £10 and £100. That could be in anything from Ford to Spotify.
Remember, when you invest, your capital is at risk. The value of your portfolio can go up as well as down, and you may get back less than you put in. This is not financial advice. You should always do your own research on what investments are right for you before investing, or seek the advice of a professional.
Right, this is the thing, yeah? Because when does Stroll become a problem for the ambitions of that team? Now
it's fine.
Yeah, now it's fine. And teams internally like to win constructors titles. Yeah, it's a big morale thing. Mercedes would celebrate the constructors just as much as the drivers titles. The money's good, which helps. But it's constructors where it really hurts them.
Yeah.
Drivers wise, if anything, in some ways it's a good thing. Yeah. Because then you've got a clear 1-2.
Sure. Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about that politics.
Yeah.
And Alonso didn't push Stroll today. He could have gone for the overtake, and he's playing the long game. He wants to stay on the good side of people he needs to stay on the good side of, which is smart, right? He needs to do that. But I guess for me, it's driver's title that people remember. 2008, no one cares Ferrari won the Constructors. It's all about Lewis winning, especially because of the story of how it happened, of course. But do you think that... what does Lawrence do? Does he get rid of his son and potentially win a Constructors, or does he keep his son and potentially not win a Constructors but have just as good, if not a better shot at the drivers? I think he keeps Lawrence in that seat.
Christmas dinner is going to be crazy.
And you know Fernando's going to be there as well.
He is, you fired me, Dad. Yeah. Listen, I'm not passing you the gravy at all.
It's going to be.
It's. Do you know what it is though? What's the reason Lawrence Stroll bought the team?
There you go.
You have to think always going back.
To win a championship. A drive
with his
championship for his son.
Yeah.
I think if his son is taken out of the equation, what's his interest there? Because in Formula One, it's a money loss. As a businessman, it's not. It's a kind of like, obviously it's for advertisement and so on, but
man, it's the ultimate.
If he's a businessman, it's a kind of money pit.
The thing is, he could have, because he bankrolled he bought Williams basically a wind tunnel to get Stroll in the first place at Williams. He didn't need to, because he bought Aston Martin. He doesn't just own the F1 team. He bought the
company.
Not on his own. Part of a wider group. But so he's a big shareholder in both the racing team and the car maker. It's like McLaren. You make road cars and you have an F1 team. You have a racing team. So there's a distinct difference there. And obviously him putting the Aston Martin brand on the F1 team that he wanted to buy. He'd been trying to buy a team for a while, and then the opportunity presented itself with, Force India Force India out going up Swanee with Mario in charge. Do you think it's to win his son a title,
it has to be.
Or is it just to get him in F1? Because Stroll's not good enough to win a title unless he's got a massive car advantage. That's not controversial to say. Come on,
it's not controversial. If Stroll, let's say for example, lost interest. Let's say Stroll.
No, it's not.
Let's say Stroll said, "I don't want to be an F1 anymore. I want to go do IndyCar, whatever." He's going to sell he'll sell the Formula One team.
No, but surely he's more invested now because he owns Aston Martin.
He'll go buy an IndyCar team.
I think that's a good point when he was at Williams, but now he wants Aston Martin to be he's invested millions and millions in Aston Martin. And so having them succeed in Formula One it's not just about his son now. That's what I'm saying.
We'll see
because at Williams it wasn't a business decision. It was purely a personal, I'm losing money to get Lance an opportunity. Yeah. But now it's a business decision that will be seen on his legacy. He's a business winner. That's how he's like. But you can see it.
If it gets to the opportunity where, let's say, for example, titles there, they've got a fast car, let's say like a Red Bull.
Yeah.
And then it's Alonso versus Stroll. He's going to want his son to win over Alonso.
Well, of course he'd prefer it, yeah.
He'd prefer it, but he may...
But I think he'll sabotage, yeah?
Put some mechanics, not kind of like... Give him the good mechanics to Stroll, try to favour it that way. I feel like his motivation is for his son.
It's a different one, isn't it?
I feel like this isn't a business decision because for Formula One is not like I can make loads of money if I buy a Formula One team.
Yeah.
It's more of a kind of like marketing tool. That's what a lot of these companies get into to sell their road cars, right? Yeah. He's probably selling a lot of Aston Martins because they own Aston Martin. And if Aston Martin do better, he can make money.
This is why.
But he's losing money in Formula One by investing in these things.
I'm understanding the situation now. Okay. Fernando Alonso has come into that team and realised what he's up against.
Exactly.
If he ends up in a title-winning situation, Lance Stroll is going to end up getting favourable mechanics, this and that, whatever, because Lawrence owns the team. If Fernando acts like Lance's dad, maybe Lance will choose Fernando over his own
You're
dad.
my new father.
You're my new dad. You're part of the family.
My
That's
Spanish
what it
daddy.
is.
Yeah.
That's what
I've
it
never
is.
seen Alonso behave like this because he's aware of the environment he's in.
It is crazy, isn't it?
And I reckon the environment is obviously not the probably mechanics or stuff like that. I'm talking about the upper where Lawrence Stroll is, and you've seen on Drive to Survive how he commands a room.
Yeah.
It's probably favoured towards Lance. And he has to tiptoe around that situation.
I'd love to be a fly on the wall in some of these conversations, man. There's such an interesting dynamic.
Yeah, I genuinely think Lawrence is going to drop the ball with this because I think he's going to go more pro-son than anything else, especially because as in like
pro blood.
That's it. Yeah, and circumstances can change. Like your expectations can change over the course of a season or over your course of because when he was at Williams, as you mentioned, I don't think he foresaw where he is now. As much as that was the ambition, it's the fact that it's actually come now and it's at this quick stage. He would be ludicrous, but I think he is ludicrous. I think he will literally, the ball is there for them to pick it up and win, but will favour Lance over Fernando. And Fernando, to be fair, I don't know, like, will he hang around by 26 or whenever it may be, 27, 25? Will he be there is another question. And also, it will be, we will learn more about Lawrence when he has to make the next driver decision. You will learn a lot more about him then.
But like Lawrence is clearly instilling a belief in Alonso right now that Alonso, if the opportunity presents itself, Alonso will be allowed to fight for that opportunity, at least in even machinery, because he doesn't see Lance as a threat at all.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's part of the way he's been articulating himself. He can, because he knows like he can play the long game today. He doesn't have to fight tooth and nail for 2 points where last year we had Max outwardly, disregarding the team and like creating a situation for the sake of 2 points.
Yeah.
Alonso was like, I'm fine. I'm just going to wave to the fans on the last lap and drive one-handed around the final sector. It was.
But like you said, if Aston Martin do win, if Alonso does win a title, that's still everybody cares about the driver's title, right? So it still gives them the advertisement they need to sell Aston Martin cars.
Yeah, we were saying like you were saying earlier, right? 2013. You said you didn't even watch that second half of the season at the end because Vettel was just checked out. But it wasn't like Webber was second every race. Yeah. Like in the right hands of the right driver.
You can still win constructors as well.
Yeah. Exactly, because you can have such advantage with the car at the front. Like Aston Martin, the fact they were still ahead of Mercedes before this race.
I think, do you know what it is? Yeah, I think with Lawrence Stroll, he's made the decision now that I'm all in terms of the team.
Yeah.
Look at the amount of money they spent on the infrastructure, this new factory they've moved into and so on. Clearly, he's in it for at least till like 2027, 2028.
His thing could be...
And obviously, those type of things increases the value of the team. So when he does need to sell it, he makes some money out.
Yeah. And bear in mind, there is like it's not just Lawrence at the top.
Yeah,
there is a board of some kind. So,
but he's increasing the value for stakeholders.
He's a figure. Like, you see him walk through the paddock, like he cuts a figure.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Like he's got ways of getting his way.
I think all the talk about, they might have to drop Stroll, that's premature. That's never going to happen.
I agree.
No, he will never.
Gonna ever be enough.
I don't think he will ever drop Stroll, but that will be to his detriment. And the thing is,
Another son.
he's using like when they dropped Perez,
Secret new son.
you know, like when they dropped,
Lannon Stroll.
you know, like when they dropped Perez at the end of 2020 to get Sebastian Vettel in, and it was like, I need to lift the profile of this team and bring him to a certain point. And once he's got them there, hence Alonso as well, when Sebastian decided to leave, I think literally is when he's going to like be like, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for all bringing us to this level. Now my son takes over again. That's why I don't think they'll win a championship, because of that situation right there.
Them dropping Perez, that's your indicator right there. That's
true.
your indicator.
That did speak volumes, didn't it?
Of what their decision making is.
Considering how bad a season Vettel just had and how amazing a season Checo just had.
Yeah.
And they were just like, no, we need to get rid of Perez. Even though Perez performed better than Stroll in that season.
The thing is,